Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bummer Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfellow, Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
All right, man, let's talk about heavyweight boxing. Anthony Joshua did seem like he's ditched Derrick James. Zhang and Joseph Parker could be for the undercard. For instance, Ngannou and Anthony Joshua. And yeah, they did the press conference for Ngannou and Joshua. The rumor is, I think Ngannou making like 20 million. I think Joshua is making like 30. Let me get that right. My bad. The rumors say Joshua making 50 and Ngannou making 20. But let's speak on Anthony Joshua and Derrick James. So currently he's enlisting Ben Davidson to be his trainer for this fight again in Saudi Arabia. Maybe Derrick James don't really, got the time for him to be traveling overseas. I know Derrick James got his own thing going on in the Dallas area. And like I said before, AJ don't want to come to the U.S. and train. I keep telling y'all that. AJ, don't have any ambitions on coming back to the U.S. to fight. So that's one thing y'all kind of got to look at it too. Like, if he ain't gonna fight over here, what are you training over here for? You know what I'm saying? You see Callum Smith went to go get Buddy McGurf and all that type stuff, but my whole thing is, you want the tutelage. You got these men flying back and forth across the country. A lot of these guys are older. If you're not going to train here, you're not gonna fight here, don't train here. Straight up and down, every now and again, you want to go back and forth and do your thing. Anthony Joshua don't have a dominant mindset, and that's the problem. That's why people don't like him. He, or like him as a fighter. He doesn't seek to dominate. He too timid. Ain't nobody ever liked a timid heavyweight champion. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's think about the heavyweight champions. Who was timid? But at the same time, I knew guys was gonna jump off the boat once Earl left and once Jamil lost, or once Earl lost. I knew they were gonna do. That's how fickle people are. People don't be like. I explain this when we're talking about fashion and clothes and all that type of shit. How I say, how people just go with a popular brand just because of the brand name. I could have this same jacket on, which is New Balance, but if Gucci put a Gucci G on it, whatever they put on there, and mark it up 1,000,000,000% and sell it for $1,000, same installation, same material, somebody's going to buy it because it's the brand. It's not because of the quality or the craftsmanship of the apparel, or in this case, the jacket. That's just not what it is. It's not what it is. You know what I'm saying? So when they get a hot trader, back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. Oh, all of me. You know what I'm saying? So now, when everybody's the hot thing to go to Freddie Roach, and it's the hot thing to go to Virgil Hunter, it's the hot thing to go to Derrick James, as soon as they ain't hot no more, they was drew to you because you was looking like a winner. And y'all got to be aware of people that when you was losing, they wasn't looking for you. They wasn't checking for you. They wouldn't even give you a pot to piss in. They wouldn't even give you $1 to get by. You couldn't even call their phone, but you started winning. And this is why they say you got to win in silence. This is why they say you got to win in silence. Because people going to try to stop your progression, or when you do get the win and people see you winning, everybody going to want to join. So they not drew to you about, what drew them to you wasn't your personality. It wasn't your characteristic. It wasn't characteristics. It wasn't your integrity. They just simply they gravitated towards you, is a better word, because you're winning. You got the 24s and stuff. And me personally, I've never, that don't turn me on, bro. I don't want to, be around people that's with me because I learned this at a very young age, because I got something and they want to use you. Or I just don't want to say, well, I got this jewelry in this car, I could trick this girl into having sex with me. If you don't genuinely fuck with me, over, I fuck with an ugly chick. You know what I'm saying? over a bad chick if she genuinely fuck with me. That's just me. And a bad bitch just fuck with me just what I can do. That's just how I'm wired. You know what I'm saying? That's part of being real to yourself. And people niggas gonna be like, oh no, I can't. And that's you. Cool. But then when you know, when that iron hit the goddamn, you know, when that iron starts striking, you know, and that bad bitch that you put on the pedestal, you know what I'm saying, take the fake boot all that away, and you put her on the pedestal, and then, you know what I'm saying, when it's time for her to come bail you out, she clean you out. She run off with your bread. She run off with all your money. See, people don't think about that. But back to the topic at hand, a lot of people just gravitated to Derrick James because he was a hot name. Excuse me. Because he was a hot name. That's no cap. Because he was a hot name. So, Anthony Joshua wasn't no different, bro. It wasn't no different. He went with Derrick James because Derrick James was a hot name. That's it. You know? And now that he ain't hot no more, yeah, I'm gonna go get with Ben Davidson. Cool. So he ain't gotta travel far to train with Ben Davidson. You know, he don't plan on fighting in America again. It's a match made perfect in heaven. He got desperate going to America and looking for help. That was supposed to be like an excuse why he lost his fights and all that type shit and all that. He got desperate. But, you know, nonetheless, you know, he ain't training with Derrick no more, bruh. I'm trying to tell y'all that shit. He ain't training with Derrick no more. Keep telling y'all that. But, you know, he fired his ass. When he seen the way Charlo and Errol Spence got done, he said, no, mate, I'm not doing that. No. No fish and chips for Derrick. No tea and crumpets and English muffins for Sir Derrick James. But nonetheless, man, you know, we knew that was gonna be the deal. I knew it. Seen it before in boxing. You know, a lot of these dudes, they want the gimmick. They don't want the reality. And a lot of times you see trainers, fighters switch with trainers and all that shit, and they get a trainer, whatever, a new trainer. A lot of it got to do with matchmaking, bro. A lot of times these fighters so far gone that it ain't nothing that you really can show them that can help them significantly out in their careers. I mean, rarely you see something like what happened for Madonna with Robert Garcia happen. That's a rarity. You know what I'm saying? What you seen with Lennox and Emmanuel Stewart happen. You know, that's rare. But nonetheless, you know, him and Ben Davidson, the match made in heaven, cool. So apparently Joseph Parker is gonna fight Zhang, and Wilder probably heard niggas say on the internet, you fight Zhang, it's gonna be she bang, it's over with. So Zhang and Joseph Parker should be a good matchup. I think if Joseph Parker can use his in and out movement, his speed, and boxing ability, he can outpoint Zhang. But the problem with him, he's just a scary ass fighter, and obviously that was a reason why he was able to beat Deontay Wilder. But you know, if Zhang catch him, Zhang gonna knock his ass out. Will he allow Zhang to catch him? And when he get in close, he gonna hold Zhang and start throwing wild like he did versus Wilder. That's how Joseph Parker fight. He fought a very scary. Him and Anthony Joshua fought the most scariest heavyweight fight I can really remember in my mind. So how is Zhang gonna deal with that? And I think that's a bad matchup for Zhang, a guy who gonna use the angles in and out, got good coordination, you know, good hand speed, good balance. I think that's honestly a bad matchup for him, to be real, for sure. But if Zhang can catch him and hurt Joseph Parker, I think I probably slightly favor Joseph Parker in that fight just from a movement standpoint. But if, you know, Zhang catch Joseph Parker, the question is, he put him down, can he finish him? That's the question. He probably could drop Joseph Parker, but I think Parker got the speed, and you know, if Joseph Parker don't fight scary, you know, he got the speed and the reflexes to get up on points. But you know, if Zhang can cut the ring off on Joseph Parker, you know, I like Zhang in that fight. But I'm gonna take the youth and athleticism of Joseph Parker, you know, slightly to beat Zhang. I definitely could be wrong, but and don't forget, Zhang is the WBO interim title holder. So people tend to forget that he's the WBO interim title holder. So that's something to think about too as well. So, but yeah, you know, that's supposed to be on the undercard. I heard Wilder supposed to be on the undercard. I don't know who he gonna face, but I think he needed a Zhang type of opponent to land an Anthony Joshua fight. But then again, Anthony Joshua probably wasn't gonna fight him regardless. He missed his shot, and so be it. You know, inactivity, overconfidence, arrogance, you know, following that woman around is why he lost that fight. You know, the great rising of a man is never, I say this, the great rising of a great man, you know, the rise to prominence, the main attraction is never a woman. The main, even though how much, you know, oh, I love my mother and I buy my mother a house and, oh, she's my Coretta and all this, man. The main thing that you possess to get to the top, the main ingredients it's never a woman. You know what I'm saying? But every great man's downfall, a lot of them, the main ingredient, a lot of their downfalls got to do with a woman. So think about that for a minute. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, crucial chance. Get notifications. We go live and drop video. Financially, want to support the channel. Cash App, $CJ Good313. Venmo, CJ Good313. PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. So, shout out to the brother Corey Lee for donating the Cash App. Peace.